happen overnight. Didn't in it for the long haul flight. Committed.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got the Seahawks, field stretching tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Seahawks and the Ravens on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're going right back to Walker. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. They go play action now. Jackson staying on his feet. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. In motion right, Watkins. Jackson. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Hoover. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Jackson will throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hoover. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Up the middle they go. Devine trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoover. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Devine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Devine. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, this defense for the Ravens very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
That is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Mahomes going to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Devine shreds the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. Devine. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Here's Jackson to throw. Fighting through pressure. And he gets it all the way down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. In motion right is Watkins.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jackson. Again, that's Watkins. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Broken tackle. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Devine down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken inside his own 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Play action. Now Jackson. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They go play action now. Jackson.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And Jackson throwing once more.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll try to run this one in. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. The Jets trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we stay in the Empire State. We head up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Josh Allen leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 8.
Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Taking it about the 16. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side. Devine. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 49-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Returnable here from the 38. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Throw left side complete. That's Hoover. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Here's 3rd and 7.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So a great 2nd effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a 2nd effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a run with Walker. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. The tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run on first down. Devine. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
2nd down and 4.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Up the middle they go. Devine. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action now. Jackson, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a handoff up the middle. Devine. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the Ravens 13-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Devine, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. Devine, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Ravens,
the loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
and they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.